Welcome, YouTubers. It's Edward coming from the Philippines again. Just kind of want to show you our neighbor had passed away a few days back, and they just had the ceremony and the funeral, and now they're going to go to the cemetery. Buddy, come on, buddy. Ah. Are you okay, huh? So there's all the people, family, friends, relatives, neighbors, everyone paying their respects. They do it different here in the Philippines. Almost everyone gets put in like a sarcophagus. They get put, the body gets put in the casket, of course, but then it goes to the cemetery, and they put it in a sarcophagus, which is like a crypt, you know, concrete crypt, sometimes 2, 3, 4 high on top of other relatives. That's just the way they do it here. And there's this gentleman here, neighbor, passed away, very mysterious causes. 10 days ago, came home early in the morning and ended up dying, and found out that his lungs had filled with blood. It's like his lungs exploded. Just very, very strange. So there's the funeral procession going to this, we call it the cemetery here, and everybody's gathered for the burial. And so, like I say, that was 10 days ago. They have 9 days of vigil. They call it vigil. And during those 9 days, family, friends, relatives, whatever, they gather and observe the body in the casket. It's an open casket, or they put a glass on it so they can see the deceased, and then they reminisce, pray, sing songs. Then a lot of them drink a lot, and then they do a lot of also gambling, cast lots and stuff, which is kind of what you'd call pagan practice, but you know, it's not my country here, and that's the tradition. So most that I've seen, at least in the province, that's what they do. It's either a 7 to 9 day vigil. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Okay. Yeah, I got my shirt off too because the breeze is nice, and it's still a blackout. It's a 9 to 10 hour blackout today from the power company because of improvements going on up the line from us. But Leonardo still has a fever. I've been giving him fever medicine. He's doing pretty good though. I've been giving him sponge baths, and got to keep him in the breeze or a fan on him. You're doing pretty good, huh, buddy? Yeah, he's a pretty resilient boy. Yeah, you like that. I don't know why he likes this light. Even from a tiny infant. From a tiny infant, I'd walk him out here or on the terrace, and he'd always be seeing it, want to touch it. Yeah, I don't know why. He really likes it. So, like I say, I've said on another couple of videos, Leonardo's 2.5 now. He's never had any of the medical procedure where they have a schedule for all infants and young children to take many of these cocktail of solutions of liquid and pushed into the muscle under the skin or into the bloodstream. In the not the operating room, but the delivery room in the hospital, they won't, in Philippines, they won't let the father in. And to my detriment of that, the doctor and the nurses there, as a standard procedure, gave two of those forced cocktail of liquids into my son without my knowledge, without my express permission, because they do it to everyone, and that was completely I was completely unaware of that's the practice. And so one was for TB, tuberculosis, and the other one was for the first of 3 shots for a blood disease, and I forget the name of it. I can't think of the name right now, but he's never had anything since. And because I don't allow it. The reason I don't allow it is because my autistic son, I was an eyewitness account right at his side when he had that procedure done to him when he was 1 year old and completely regressed into autism. Oh, another one. It's very dirty. Your hand very dirty of that, buddy. You like that though, huh? Yeah. So anyway, yeah. I had, when I was a child, a certain amount of those medical procedures done to me, because that's, I think, the generation, early 1900s. There was a swine flu in the early 1900s that wiped out millions worldwide, and ever since that time, these procedures claiming to prevent all these things, these natural diseases on this planet, all these medical procedures claiming to end or eradicate these things. So you be the judge. Of course, you should always be the judge. Do your own research, make your own decisions. Don't let other people pressure you or make you do anything that you don't think is safe for your children. All I know is it's common basic sense that you don't force a cocktail of chemicals, pathogens, whatever it is, into the body of any living human being, and not for it to greatly adversely affect that person. And sometimes it's immediate, like my son John, where it completely regressed him into autism at the age of 1. Or over a great period of time, the accumulation of these cocktails in your body start to break your immune system down to a point where you start getting all kinds of autoimmune diseases and eventually serious things that happen to your body because it's degrading so fast from these contaminants in your body, ending in a lot of cases in cancer. You look at the statistics today, it's like wildfire, these things happening to people. Absolute wildfire. In the entire population of the world. So what has changed? Everybody knows what has changed. The amount of these scheduled medical procedures into children have increased to like 30 or 40 different ones that you're supposed to be forcing into the bodies of little tiny innocent children. It's just a complete saturation and destruction of their God-given immune systems. And I know these natural occurring diseases are on this planet, but a lot of times, like polio, for instance, and some of these other diseases, the main reason that people contract them is because a different reason altogether. It's nutrition, right? Or they're eating, or they have ate the wrong thing, which causes this to happen. That's why it's so important to really study and look at what kind of intake you put in your body. Everything you put into your body, from alcohol to any kind of food or drink, you know, even like dysentery, bad water. It's killed millions over the span of humanity. I mean, you have to really understand what you're putting in your mouth to really have any kind of an idea of how it's affecting you. So I would think 10 times before I put anything in your mouth, especially your children's mouth, because they're just innocent. It's our responsibility as parents to protect them at all costs. So yes, I've made mistakes in the past by being ignorant of this kind of knowledge, and my son John has suffered greatly because of it. And who knows what else, right? We all are human, we make mistakes, but the biggest mistakes is our ignorance, which is complete lack of knowledge of God's sound plan and food that He has given us that grows on this green earth. Those things are sacred and given to us from the Creator. Those are the things we should be eating, drinking. Those are the things that sustain us and keep us healthy, not man-processed, forced cocktails, processed foods, all that stuff. It's just another way to create an environment of eugenics on this planet, because that's what the super elite are trying to do. They're trying to eliminate the population. That's plain and simple. That's a fact. You can listen to some of these secret societies, even these elites, of how they think that overpopulation of the planet, and they've convinced millions that that's such a big problem. And so if they put that stuff in the heads and make people believe that this Earth is overpopulated, everyone is all on board of finding ways to depopulate it. That's why these things get pushed along and pushed into people that are completely uninformed of really what's going on. So anyways, that's God bless my neighbor's family, and please help them recover from their loss, and so many others that have passed away early in this world, especially within these last 2-3 years, because of these things going on. So take care, everyone, and please, a warning and a advice, just always be cautious and beware, and think 10 times before you do anything. Okay, thank you very much, and God bless.